Okay, time for me to put together our lovely rat ogre for Blood Bowl. Now this is the Forge World one, so it's heavy resin. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to basically put it together. However, as with when I did the Verminator model, I've took it all off its sprues, but I've not quite finished tidying it all up, so you can just see how I go about getting the last little bits tidied. So to start off, I'm going to get the body. Now you can see that from cutting I've left with a few little horrible bits here. Just going to get these scratched off and then check anywhere else basically to make sure there's no obvious mold lines or anything like that. Good. Now again, just going through, you can see here that when I've cut this off, I've left quite a heavy bit on. Just going to trim that down a bit. Then, again, smooth it down, ready. Now, I'm just having a quick look here. Yeah, you can see there's still a bit of flashing here, so I'm just going to clear that out, otherwise I'm not going to be able to bond it later. Checking other places, so key places are usually like around the trims, underarms, sometimes between fingers, but this one looks all right. Then other arm, same again, just gonna clean that bit up quick. Just check anywhere else. No, just gonna gently go there because it looks like a tiny bit of a mold line. And again, just check underneath anywhere like this. Check for any obvious signs of flashing or anything. No, that's good. Okay, onto the legs now. Be careful on this one because these claws here, they're going to snap off so easily if you're not careful. If you do end up with like flashing between here, just gently kind of file it out. So if you've got a file, it's even better. If not, gently with either a scalpel or a Stanley knife. Again, just check anywhere around here, make sure there's no obvious signs of flashing or any joining bits. Again, make sure that this is properly smooth. Now watch out for these spikes. Aside from being sharp, again, like a lot of small resin parts, it's so easy for them to get snapped. Just going to do a quick dry fit, make sure that they're going to bond and sit in properly. I think I'm just going to whittle that down a tiny bit. Just felt like it wasn't going in all the way. There we go, that's better. A weird little positioning for this model, isn't it? Yeah. Love rat ogres, you can just see all the stitched together bits on them. Now this one was joined on these two little points here, which means that you've got to kind of just gently clean them up without risking snapping them off. Okay, I'll do the head next. So the head, as again, it had a join right on the back of the ear. Be careful because along with that on the ear there is a little earring, and annoyingly I found a tiny bit of if I can get that, yeah, I found a bit of flashing on the earring. Again, something that you can easily accidentally snap off if you're not careful. Right, this one's a pain as well. Look how small this part is here, but I'm struggling. So this is like the lower jaw, but again, just make sure it's clean. Right. Now you'll notice that the tail has like not just a little bit of web, but a whole kind of infill on this one. So this is going to be me being very careful now as I clean it out, because it's right up to the tail end, and then it's all around the tail itself. So first I've got to get this big chunk out. I can feel this tail snapping. I can actually feel it kind of is weak. So now that I've done that, I'm just going to very gently file this part out. So just carefully. Again, don't rush, because if you rush, this is just going to come off. The whole tail's just going to come off with it. I'm terrified that that's what I'm going to end up doing here. This is not an easy bit to clean. You can see I'm trying to keep supporting so that it doesn't end up twisting at the same time. Right, I think let me find my knife. I think I need something a bit sharper to very gently go around this part now. So if I go around in this corner, in a circle even, very slowly. You can see how I'm not trying to rush this. I'll go as slow as I need to go. There. Whew. Done it. Right, time to start gluing this guy. So I think maybe one of the first things I want to do is get his body and his legs glued together. Trying to get some air right into that joint. Okay, while that's sorting itself out, head over here. If it was a bigger kit, I would probably spend quite a long time waiting for things to dry before I even moved on. But I don't want to pause for ages and then come back again. So if things feel like they're falling off and they're hard to put together, just stop and completely let it dry before you move on. I feel confident enough about what I'm doing to just get it all done in a single run. Give that a second. Right, just gonna glue the lower jaw here. Ooh, do not go off. So I'm just trying to get this in the right place actually. I think it's that way, isn't it? Ooh, maybe the other way around. Yeah, there we go. I just noticed right there between his teeth there's a little bit. I think that does look like it shouldn't be there. Again, another little bit where slightest thing and you'll chip his teeth. There we go. Okay, now that head can pop in. Alright, looks to me. Oh, I might have to. Gosh, I've just realised Oh gosh, it's easier to get this in first. Oh, I did a good job of gluing that, damn you. Let me just, right, oh, bugger that up. I didn't realise that, it wasn't obvious when I was getting it together that the head is best going on first. Let's just try and get this all together now. I'll have to trim this down a bit, won't I? There we go. Easy fix. Hey, I'm glad that bonded so well. I've got my gluing right, if nothing else, on this one. I mean, look, that's already not coming off. Right. Tail. Now it looks here again like we've got a little bit of flashing I've not noticed again. What am I like? Need to be doing a better job than this. This is why I use Gorilla Glue. I just find it to be one of the stronger ones that you can come across. To make sure I'm getting this in the right in. It's a little hole that it slides into. Just there. Of course, you gotta line it up just right to get it in there. There we go. Right. And this part goes on his back, which is good. And oh, the right way around, it'll help. Right, I'm just trying to work out which way this wants to go on, because if you look, it feels there. There we go. Just make sure that that curve is at the top. Okay, and finally, popping on his base, and there he is, Skaven Rat Ogre, ready for pelting things. Lovely model. Love these Skaven big guys in Star Player. A couple of other Skaven Star Players as well that I like, but there we go. So that's how we put together our Forge World Rat Ogre from Blood Bowl. So great. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.